Nothing like a little sunshine. Got sand on your feet and a big bass line.
It's very dark, kids. I'll come back in the light. In here we've got lambs, chickens. Morning! It's very early to be dropping these things off, but never mind. I have to get used to this being a dairy farmer, you know. So an articulated lorry, they do fit down the lane. They do. Obviously, you saw the other stuff that... no, you haven't seen that yet. There's other big things that have been unloaded that have been down on an Arctic. I always thought it was an Arctic, as in like an Arctic bear. It's not. It's articulated. I need a hat. I look really rough. Is it this time of year? Is it already this time of year? I'm thinking yes. Yes, it is already this time of year. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. So the lids for the slurry channels have arrived. So we'll go down. Roy is just doing... He'll have to do 5 runs down the lane. Just because if the lorry didn't have rear wheel steer... and was just a basic one, the likelihood is it will get like stuck. There's only 10 channels, so instead of unloading them onto trailers, off trailers and things like that, we'll just do 5 runs down the lane. Second load incoming. Somewhere down there. The cows are wondering what the hell's going on. Anything on the farm, and they all come running. Spot the intruder. He's not meant to be in here. There's a... Hello sir, may I have passage to look at your wagon? It says no. Hello sir. Hello. Sorry Linda. Sorry Linda. Sorry Linda. So there's 1,300 kilograms, over 1,300 kilograms in each one of those concrete covers for the slurry channels, and like Roy just said, the clues on the side of the Merlo how much it's meant to lift. So if you extend that boom even by a tiny bit, the back wheels are coming off the floor. But to be fair, that's an abnormal load that you will be asking it to lift up. Not like you're gonna go generally jobbing about on a farm lifting them up every day, is it? That dog though. Woo! Pull it in. Oh, that's not funny, but it is. Are you happy? Oh my god, I'm choking. Tiny bit more. Well, that'll do. So I am just going to feed the cattle here that are very cross at me. Never have you heard of people really feeding cattle outside at this time of year. but they're to fatten, and we have a pit full of silage. If you follow the channel regularly, you'll see that this is why we're doing this. Merlo's not as easy to bloody drive as a bobcat, you know. They're not as easy to drive as a bobcat, are they? They're not as easy to drive as a bobcat. So we've got some workmen on site. They are using the Merlo for work, and we've also got them a cherry picker. So we have use of the Merlo before they get here and when they've gone home, which is not really very handy. Not really very handy, I must say. Oh, it's like having staff, this. It's quite nice. So the Merlo is on 100 hours, and we need to ring Malpas to get service, but also we need to put the oil in. So ours operates very, very heavily on the third service, which is here. And it's no offence to it or anything, but it's dirty. It's not a clean machine for putting pipes on. Like, you always end up covered in oil. It's really bizarre. I don't know whether it's because of the heads that we've put on, the connectors. I don't know. Anyway, it uses a fair bit of oil, so we need to top it up. Ollie's, for instance, uses brushes, scrapers, that kind of thing, pallet forks. None of them seem to require the actual use of the oil. So his obviously won't be as heavy on the oil as ours is, because everything we use has, a third service attached. It needs to move. I think the oil's somewhere in here. So I did ask the other day, I actually texted Ollie and said, where'd you fill up the oil? It's not immediately obvious unless you read a manual. He says it's somewhere in here. Or maybe even, what's this? We'll have a look. I'll maybe do that thing that we don't do and read the manual. Instead of just texting your mate and saying, where's the oil? There's a diagram. Oh no, I think it does go in here. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, I found it. There's a big bolt nut thing. You can't see it. It's here. Like a big one, and you must unscrew it. Anywho, before I do any of that, I'm going to go and feed the cows because they're literally stood protesting at the fence. We've made monsters of them. We have made monsters of them, but at least they'll be fit when they get sold. I can't do it. I'm stuck. Well, I'm not stuck, but the tractor's in the way. That was really silly. On a let's see if this works.
Room 501. Killer whips and a kick drum. Waste it away on sun. Midnight approaching, all of your friends are here. We're all smiling, ears to ear. Come disappear. Let the lights.
So as you can see, this is a hard track. So yeah, it might look gross, but it is fair, solid, which is very handy. Unlike around that feeder, which is anything but solid. Nelsons. Hi. How are you? She says, I'm wild, leave me alone. I'm wild. She's a wild cow now. Aren't you? Alright? What's your beef? Get it? Little Elroy's actually a girl. Who knew? I didn't even look. I thought it was a boy. Boy says it's a girl. It's a heifer. News, what do you think about that? What do you think? Go and eat your breakfast. very fat right now. You're like a well done woman. A very well done woman. Yes. So I'll just go and stick the forks back on. Just making sure I don't hit anybody on the way. So they are kind of cool. So they have these little things that like pop up. The only thing is they're not fixed, and I don't know whether I actually really like fixed ones because it's what I'm used to on the Bobcat. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just find the precision, I don't know, like Roy just said, he'll have 3,000 hours on a Bobcat, and I will have a fair amount, if I'm honest. I don't know whether it's just because it's what we're used to that we're better with it, but I would be, obviously there's weight restrictions, but I would be more comfortable unloading things with a Bobcat. Like, you can literally open a can of Coke with it, do you know what I mean? And this, I find that you can't. But I don't know whether that just comes with time and experience. I don't know. I just find them being movable and quite big, maybe numb is the word, that they're not quite, I don't know, as easy for me to use. I've now got to go and do a little bit of artwork. Aviation updates. We're just going to do the Hoyle, the below minimum. I'm like them kids at a football game. Think, oh yeah, I've finished. No. I've got to go back and find a tiny 10 to get this off. So not a 10. The only 10s are the ones attaching the battery to the, yes, that one there, and then it should come up, I think. Unless this is anymore.
No, just this one.
Right, so that must be where you put your oil in. The end, we just ended up taking the battery case off as well, so you don't actually need that 10 that I brought over, you just need 13s. So just do that, and then I'm presuming this here, never presume, but I am presuming this here is to fill the oil, considering it's right above the sight glass. Just gone and got an adjustable, and it's not big enough. So years ago, from Kendal Auction, when I got my garden trolley, you know, my green trolley, Roy got a box, a big box. Ooh, actually never had cause to use it. Yeah, is it that big? Try that one. That's a big one, isn't it? That's what she said. I did it because I thought you were gonna. Yes, that's the one. So good job, it wasn't any bigger. No, it's that one. It's this one. Don't listen to me, you know. Cool. I can see the bottom. No, I'm joking, I can't see the bottom. You can see the foam reflected in it though. How crazy is that? Oops. Not overfilling with oil, and we have learnt the hard way from doing this. So we blew a seal out of this. This is off the Bobcat, and I overfilled it without even thinking that that was, you know, something you could do. And then it just kept spitting pipes out, and I'm thinking it wasn't overfilled. It was just a little bit overfilled, you know. And it just kept spitting these pipes out. It was a pain in the ass. Anyway, we completely blew a seal. It was my fault. Pound socket set saves the day. I'm joking.
Midnight approaching, all of your friends are here. We're all smiling ear to ear. Come disappear. Let the light sound surround.
So me and Rufus have just gone to Co-op and to get a stapler replaced that I thought I'd broken, but I haven't. It just turns out I had the wrong size staples, and we found these. They're like giant ice cream Oreos. Whose favourites are these?
I don't know.
I tell everyone what we've been doing today.
So today we have been going. So today we went in the shops and then we found these massive Oreos.
Yep.
And they're real big. You
Yep.
can tell by the size of the packet.
And what have we actually been doing today?
We've been helping someone move house in a village called Malcolm.
Aww. Now we're eating these. What do you say at the end of videos, Rufus?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me, Charlotte Ashley's video farm. Bye.
Thanks.